Okay, let's begin. For those of you who have been to Washington, D.C., you will notice that it is home to some of the world's America's most famous monuments, museums, and even the White House. But there's one monument that stands high above them all, and that is the Washington Monument. But how did this idea arouse in the first place? Well, this began when the Washington Monument Society came together to choose a memorial that would honor our first president. So they began to hold meetings in 1833 where various people would present their ideas of different layouts for a monument. They decided to go with a layout by a man named Robert Mills, who presented an idea that was a 600-foot obelisk that contained 30 Doric columns and a circular base. However, once they chose this, they did not begin building their project until 1848. There was two types of construction during this project. From 1848 to 1854, it was actually built privately, but from 1876 to 1884, it was built in public. The Washington Monument Society began work, and on the 4th of July, 20,000 people came to witness the laying of the cornerstone. Unfortunately, there were many problems that occurred while building, such as they had financial struggles and political difficulties, which led to abandoning a part of the structure. And they also struggled with lack of funds, and the Washington Monument Society became bankrupt in 1855 because they had changed their administration, which later separated from its donors. Also, they had to halt the project for several years due to the Civil War. This left the monument standing at only 152 feet in 1853. So once the Civil War had come to an end, the people were debating whether or not it was worth it to continue building or to tear the structure down. But then the Army Corps of Engineers, along with a man named Thomas Casey, decided to continue the project. They used pulleys, block and tackle systems, and a mounted derrick to lift the heavy stones. So these builders worked long and hard, and finally on December 6th, 1884, they mounted the 3,000-pound capstone on top of this architectural achievement. And Chester Arthur dedicated this monument on February 21st, 1885. However, it wasn't until October 9th, 1888, that the monument opened, that contained when they added a steam elevator for visitors to observe the observation from the observation deck. This monument is located in the National Mall, which is east of the Lincoln Memorial, south of the White House, and west of the Capitol. The Washington Monument reaches heights of 554 feet 7 inches, which was a recalculation done in 2014, where it was first calculated to be 555 feet 5 inches. It was considered to be the tallest column in the world until 1889, when the Eiffel Tower took its place. There are 50 flags that fly around the bottom of the monument, while 897 steps line its interior. The monument weighs 91,000 tons, and the base is 55 feet 1.5 inches. And this monument is actually made of 3 different kinds of marble, each with different colors. So the base was, when they originally started building, was made from Baltimore quarry, Maryland quarry, and then after they had to halt the project, the quarry closed down, so that they had to find a different marble with different color for the finishing product. This monument is a very important part of our history and honors George Washington in many ways. Many cities and organizations donated memorial stones to line the interior and carved 190 stones inside the walls. And and on the cornerstone reads 4th July, 1848. Quote, "This cornerstone laid of a monument by the people of the United States to the memory of George Washington." End quote. Inside the cornerstone lies a box from 1848 that contains many old artifacts. And so this monument is a great work of art and honors our first president in many ways. The builders did not give up on this project, and now this monument should never be forgotten.
Thank you. Josiah, what did you do well?
I think I spoke loud and clear, but I probably could have worked on having my speech, like, I could have prepared more.
Yeah, well, you did have a
Yeah.
trip to Texas for the
Yeah.
week, so yeah, that's understandable. All right, wonderful. Everyone, please give him feedback. What did he do well? What can you work on for next time?
I really like how you put all the dates in. You added all the dates, really helped me get the time frame of how they built this. It wasn't just like they built it in this amount of time. You're like, they did this at this time, this at this time.
I really thought your visual aid was very creative. You put time into that, so that really tells me you were invested in that.
Very interesting topic that you chose. It's a bit different, and the detail, just the structure of it. So thank you. Very nice.
Just out of pure interest, by chance, do you know how much that cost?
The monument?
Yeah.
I sadly no. No, sorry.
Okay. You'll get it. Oh no, but yeah, just by chance, what is your visual aid made of?
It is made of Rice Krispies.
Respectable.
I thought you had very good enthusiasm. I think what you could do to improve it is to memorize it.
Yeah.
Your whole speech felt very well researched. I thought it was really interesting that you brought up that the materials it was made of, the interior structure, and it was very interesting to listen to. If I would give you a piece of advice, I would say slow down a little bit so that you give yourself time to remember your points. But overall, you did a really good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a great topic. It was really fun to hear. Very well researched. I think the visual aid's fantastic, and I'm really impressed with how much research you did and how much you did have memorized, given the fact that you were on that trip. I think most of what you could improve on is just simply a matter of if you would happen to have more time, and I think that will play out just in terms of just the memory and probably just the practice. But given situation, I'm very impressed you were able to pull that off. That was really well done. Great, thank you. Thank you, Josiah.